Hello, and welcome again to Melody of the Maelstrom, where a bunch of real-life bards play Dungeons and Dragons. Before we get started, we gotta talk about some people. It's an obligation. I'm actually required by law. So D&D Beyond, that's our first sponsor. All your resources for D&D, all conveniently in one place. There's no math required for you. The machine does all the work. And if it does it wrong, you can just blame the machine. It's wonderful. D&D Beyond has all the digital resources you can possibly need, including books, dice, and the ability to homebrew to your heart's content. So get that shit. Our second sponsor is FX May Vary, an awesome local band from Newmarket, Ontario, who specialize in making sure you always have your daily prescription for hard rock. My band has played a show with FX May Vary, and they do, in fact, rock. Be sure to check out their music on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you are most comfortable listening to your favorite tunes. I don't know if they have vinyl. But if they do, you should buy that. They don't have that. They're shaking their head. That's fine. If you're a vinyl fan, don't worry about it. But follow them on Facebook. Check out their show dates, announcements. Their new song, Torn, is now available to stream. So enjoy it. Remember, as always, individual effects may vary, unless you like vinyl, and then there's no effects. There's also our Patreon, where we also have a tier for every level of generosity. One includes being shouted out at the end of all games by Dire Bear, and another includes voice acting lessons with one of the talented players in our network of games. I will also talk to you privately if you like. I'm a pretty nice guy. Finally, we have merch. Do you want a sweater, a shirt, maybe even a mouse pad with that awesome Dire Bear logo? Be sure to check out the Pride section in our merch store as well. Even though it isn't yet Rainbow Month, we will always show our colors. We also have t-shirts, sweaters, and sweatpants, stickers, and tank tops. A bunch of other stuff. I think there's a partridge and a pear tree there if you like. So go ahead and check out our merch page where you can find whatever your heart desires. And now, let's get to the game.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Melody of the Maelstrom. Last we left off, it's going to be a very short recap because it was mostly a fight last session, but they decided, after finding out that Nyx's father was indeed actually alive and very much wanted to meet, they were told to go east or west. You go east or go west and go all the way around, whichever you prefer. They decided to go east because it's probably the shorter route. So they started heading east, where they encountered a river and a bridge, and under said bridge was a troll, and the troll requested a toll, and after a thorough conversation with these trolls, it all kind of just devolved into murder and violence and everything that's pretty typical of D&D. And so now all of the trolls are dead. The three trolls, Biff, Buff, and Boff, are all dead. No, Biff, Beef, and Buff are all dead.
There'll be no tombstones. It's okay.
There will be no tombstones. So I don't know why I felt it was necessary to remind all of you of their stupid names. But yeah, all of them have just died, and that is precisely where we ended the last session. So all of you just kind of stop for a second and take in the green-tinted massacre that just kind of occurred. You officially ended a bloodline. So congratulations.
Oh, we ended the
Let's
bloodlines,
go.
so we're not going to be hearing from Bop, Bap, and Bamp.
I mean, you ended a
Bash,
bloodline.
Bonk, and
As far as you know, I guess I should maybe put it that way.
Luffy and Goofy are just a couple minutes down the street, so
They're second cousins. They're not the bloodline. They're like
yeah.
grudgingly related, okay? Huey, Dewey, and Louie, however, may have some words for you.
All right.
What about Betty and Boffy? No, not Betty and Boffy.
Nobody wants to talk to Betty. Nobody.
We do not have anything against anybody named Betty.
No, I have everything against the troll named Betty.
Absolutely.
She owes me money.
All right, well, speaking of Biff, and Boff, I'm going to drag them into one big pile and get out my
Okay.
tinderbox and have a
That's
troll bonfire.
just adding insult to injury, man. That's just savage. Okay. Yeah, so you spend a solid 15 or 20 minutes just kind of dragging them all into a pile and then setting them alight. It is definitely not a nice smell. It's kind of smells like burnt dog garbage fire. Yeah.
Cool.
Didn't remember them smelling so bad.
Oh no, they totally smelled bad before you lit them on fire. Can confirm. They lived next to a river, have never bathed. It's ironic, really.
Still, I did not think they could
They're
smell
all
this
dead
much
now.
worse.
Got all the real estate, none of the motivation.
Fidget is as far away from the fire as possible. He's understandably not a fan of the smell of burning flesh. So,
Understandably.
yeah.
Stu is probably going to go over and roast a potato. Just wraps it up in foil and just kind of sticks it into the fire.
The incongruity of Stu's relationship to potatoes never ceases to catch Bovidius by surprise.
Oh no, he spent the entire 20 minutes that you guys were setting the fire talking to this potato and thanking it for its sacrifice.
Wow.
He's like one of the people from The Hills Have Eyes that eat their family members.
Yeah. I love you and I thank you.
He is desecrating corpses. I mean, let's not
Yeah.
mince words here.
Yeah, totally.
Just creating tubers.
No, I assume you mean he's roasting on the trolls, right? Like,
Definitely the trolls.
they were thinking living creatures that were. It's funny because
Yes. Thinking,
they had names.
Is using
You wouldn't burn your dog. Your dog doesn't know its fucking name.
That's
No,
pretty
but-
pretty
generate.
sure we do typically cremate dogs in this country.
Do we? I don't know what you do with a dog.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for Melody of the Maelstrom this week, guys. Thank you for coming. This is wonderful.
No, let's.
Let's not talk about dead dogs, guys. No.
That's a squirrel
Okay.
moment for the ages.
Can we flash forward to when we're done with the burning corpses part?
Absolutely. Actually,
Yeah,
we
sweet.
probably need to fast forward to when Rendell is done passive aggressively fixing their bridge.
Oh, I'd probably help with that.
There's just no
Priority of
workmanship here.
Alaska.
They haven't kept up at all. The wood, rotten. The ropes, almost as rotten.
I'm just handing him tools and just going, yeah, it's awful.
So yeah, he spends the entirety of like 2 hours fixing the bridge and complaining about it. Not the fact that he has to fix it, the fact that, or no, I guess the fact that he has to fix it, because if it wasn't rotten, then you wouldn't have to fix it. So
You know, trolls used to make some pretty sweet bridges back in the day. I don't know. It's this new generation. They're just their
Honestly,
work ethic is not there.
troll, yeah. The trolls is
all
not
those
working.
millennial trolls don't know what a real day of work really is, you know?
You know, all these young trolls just like moving to the big city, like going to college. No one has time anymore to sit under a bridge.
They were sitting under a bridge.
And even when they do, they're just sitting under the bridge with their parents' ill-gotten gains. They're not earning it the way they used to, you know? It's just nepotism. Troll nepotism.
While Rendell is fixing the bridge, can we carve an hour out of the time he's taking there to roll some hit dice?
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Who's dying?
No, we're just taking a short rest.
Okay.
Little bitty
Get in for
short
some
rest.
people.
Would you like to be dying slightly less before the long rest, so that or short rest, so that it can regain the slot when you heal? You know, like double 2 for 1.
That's a good idea.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna roll some hit dice too.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, sure, by all means. Hit
Yeah,
me.
let's
Fortunately,
go ahead.
reminder,
and
how
roll.
big is the bridge?
It's like 20 feet long.
Is it wide enough for the wagon to go across, or no?
Uh, yes, but you gotta be like really careful. It's just wide enough for the wagon, essentially.
Did we manage to keep the horses all, like the remaining 2 horses, both of them alive?
Yes, because I was trying really, really, really hard to not kill your remaining 2 horses.
Hell yeah. Teamwork
If I
makes the
recall
dream
correctly,
work.
I was like, he's gonna jump over here and attack you, and you're like, he can't do that, and I was like, guys, let him jump.
You were about to get a reputation.
Oh,
Two combats
I have a
in row.
question. Based on the last session that I was present for, I believe I have a point of luck. I just want to confirm that before we move forward into any weirdness.
Yes, because
You're free to say no. It's all
I
good.
don't remember, so I'm gonna give it to you. What's
Okay,
that?
sweet. Anybody else want some luck?
Because I would rather. Hey, whoa, hey, whoa, da. Because I'd rather give you a free point of luck than deny you a point of luck that you were given.
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you.
Take advantage of that.
Yeah,
Righteous.
I'll remember this when my character dies.
remember that party boon that we never used?
Oh yeah, the one where you guys could tell me to go fuck myself. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
think that's
definitely
the-
used it. We used it so
Oh,
quick.
nice. Nice.
Actually, no, I think
Okay, so
was it just
person
me that did it? I think it was just me that used it.
person 1 heals 12. Person 2
you
heals
guys.
9.
I will
Nice.
take the 9.
No, yeah. If I recall, last time you guys did get a party boon, and it was I will immediately kill one of these trolls right now.
Ah, yes.
And
'Cause
so you did use it.
That is very true.
You guys called down the wrath of God to kill like a singular troll.
It was very near the end of the session.
The one with the lowest hit points too.
I mean, it's not like we do, for sure.
I mean,
I'd
one
certainly
of them
lost
definitely got
track.
hit than the other.
All right,
Anyways,
my party members, Mr. Fidget in particular,
Mhm.
it is my understanding that trolls live in lairs, and perhaps we should look for their lair, if there's one around here. And you are clever and keen of eye, perhaps you could find it.
Well, that depends on if I'm rolling perception.
I will be happy to watch your back if you wish to investigate our surroundings.
Would I be able to roll investigation?
I was actually going to give you an investigation check because it's
Nice.
you're just kind of following footprints and trying to see where they go. So
Mhm.
Should we be taking on such a risk when we have elsewhere to be?
I believe so. Perhaps there could be things that could help us in our quest.
Randall's just at the other side of the bridge, just tapping his foot.
It occurred to me that we would be doing this while you were fixing the bridge.
And while I was burning the trolls.
There could be, but one fewer of us is a large deal.
Take Bovidus. He can handle himself.
Yeah, I am planning to, as I said, watch Fidget's back. Fidget, should we put a maximum distance that we're going to follow this trail? If we get more than, say, 100 yards away, perhaps we should turn around.
Rendell, how long do you think it's going to take to fix this thing?
Oh no, about 2 hours or so.
All right. If it takes longer than 45 minutes, we'll come back.
Well, I can
Agreed.
assist in the bridge. These trolls are only going to take another 10 minutes to burn. I'll come over there and put my strong back to work.
It truly is remarkable how quickly they took up the flame.
Like dried out cordwood.
Agreed. A surprisingly apt description, especially with those long, long arms.
Fidget is shuddering and walking away from this conversation.
I'll take 2 short strides and easily catch up.
All right. I rolled a. Where is it? A 10. Oh, terrible. I rolled a 10 on my investigation.
Oh, you kind of follow it into the woods a little bit, and unfortunately, what happens is as you guys get further away from the river, the soft ground no longer retains the moisture that it does closer to the river itself. So you guys do kind of manage to follow the muddy paw prints for a bit, but you kind of lose them as they get into the more leafy, brushy areas of the forest.
The
I turned
likelihood
to
of
Ovidius. I'm more of a city kid. I don't know how useful I'll be out here.
I'll nod sagely, and the likelihood of me catching anything that Fidget missed is very low, but could I just give it a shot anyway while we're here?
You can certainly
Nat 20s
try.
are possible.
This is true. It is not. That is a full decimal place away from a nat 20.
You don't even know where you are. Like, you don't even know where the river is compared to.
You
where
do know
she's
how to get
supposed
us
to be
back,
going.
though, right?
I'll follow our tracks. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Your tracks are very fresh. So yeah, I will definitely allow that instead of
Cool.
For the audience's
spending an
benefit, that
entire
was a
2-hour
2.
session with you too long. As amusing as that sounds, actually. Okay, so unfortunately, you guys don't manage to find any lair, but you do make your way back, and probably around this time, Rundle is almost finished, if not entirely finished, building the bridge out of spite.
I never knew spite was such an effective construction material.
Yeah, I didn't know we had extra spite. I thought I took all that.
I think he's got a bunch to spare. Oozing spite.
Oh,
Did
spite.
the
So much spite into this bridge.
Spite makes right.
Spite does indeed make right.
Did the 2 additional trolls come out from under the bridge?
Yes, they did.
Maybe we should check under the bridge since we're here.
Do you mind if I roll again?
Sure.
Cool.
Very low DC.
That's a 12. I'm rolling
Okay.
awesome today.
Yeah, so essentially, there are like posts that are just kind of set above the river, and then they're set up like, higher than the ground level as it slopes downwards, so that somebody can go just kind of almost undeterred over the bridge. So there is like an alcove and a space where all of them can sit and hide, essentially. Because if there wasn't, they wouldn't have been able to pop up on you guys. So you guys just kind of poke your heads under there, and you can see that there are a bunch of bones, just kind of discarded refuse from all of the potentially people that they have eaten over the years. You do find a few pouches of gold, just kind of scrolled away next to one of the posts, and a sword.
Okay. Anybody know anything about swords?
I would imagine
Yeah,
I'd
stick
have
with
it.
pointy.
My preferred weapon.
I hand it off. It's too big for me.
Fantastic.
Okay, you now have a +1 longsword.
Hot damn.
Nice.
It'll take you an hour to figure it out, but you have it.
Sweet.
Fidget, how much coinage did you find?
First I'm going to roll sleight of hand to see how much I can steal. That's an 8.
I am
How much
definitely
gold
rolling.
did we get, Charlotte?
How much gold did you stuff in your pockets?
Yeah,
Oh, just
I
for-
definitely catch you.
Just for funsies, I'm actually gonna have you roll for it. So
Oh,
can
okay,
you roll
cool.
me? You roll
Mhm.
me 60-100.
6D100. You got it.
Yep.
And how do I do that? I don't
Very
know how to
carefully.
do that.
So there's the.
Oh, I got
Oh
you.
yeah, they changed roll 20. So
I got you.
the dice
Nailed
and then
it.
the
269.
269.
Nice. So
Double
nice, we
fun.
did it twice.
Yeah. Yeah, we all share the same brain cell, don't we?
Yeah. All the teenage boys watching are like, yes.
I prefer 68s, and then I just owe them one.
Wah wah.
I said that specifically for the look on Kyle's face, and was not disappointed. So, anyways,
That makes one of us.
You're
so you guys found a
disappointed with
sword
Kyle's
and
face.
269
There
gold.
was a look.
Nice. 268, and then the trolls owe us one.
Right.
When they owe you two. Never mind.
All right. I after my failed attempt to steal gold, I just handed off to Bovidius. I've already
He
stolen.
pokes his head down. He is like, "How much gold did we get, friend?" And you're like, "You're like hands in
I'm
the
like-
bag, and your pocket is bulging with gold." Like, yeah, no, 269, man. And it was actually 265, but you had to put in 4 of your own.
That's all right.
That's
I stole a
funny.
bunch from the other bodies like earlier, so I'm already ahead.
I'll turn to the rest of the party and say, should we have a group treasury or should we split this between us?
Who are the bodies? It's a lot of money for people to be carrying around. And are we aware it's a +1 longsword as well?
You will be in about an hour.
Okay. Is there
You guys have
anything
to
about
get
the remains that seem like, are they wearing clothing or anything? Or
So the problem is you can roll me a medicine check.
what?
You can roll me a medicine check. That seems pretty
Medicine check. Well, my medicine is a +1.
See how old these bones are.
They're just bones and not wearing clothing. I probably can't
It tends
identify
to happen
bones.
when
Matter.
somebody gets torn apart.
Look at the bones.
Yeah, I don't know where they killed them. I don't know if they're like there's a pile of clothing
They're
somewhere.
trolls. They might have eaten the clothes.
They might have eaten the troll and the clothes.
Oh yeah,
Spat
the
out
skin's the
bones.
best part. Like, it's got all the seasoning on it.
True.
Yeah, so with the 17, there don't appear to be many remnants of clothes because these bones are mostly very old. I'm not sure that you were here last session, but the troll did say that the reason the bridge was in such disrepair is because nobody had come across this bridge for decades.
Oh,
So any human bones that you find don't have any clothes on them because they have probably rotted away. Because bones
Fair enough.
last longer than clothes do.
See? Troll nepotism. I told you.
I don't know why I'm getting so insulted by the fact that you're saying that these are just lazy mooching trolls.
Ne'er-do-wells? Yeah.
When they are literally built to like just sit under a bridge and collect people's money. I don't know why I'm
Well,
so
why don't
upset.
they? Okay, no, like why don't they do something to get more tourists to come past the bridge, and then maybe they
Yeah.
could fund the bridge restoration project. you know?
Yeah, I mean, all they had to do was
I
find
mean,
some
it's just,
bootstraps.
oh, no one comes through the bridge anymore. It's a business.
Maybe had you guys asked them why nobody had come across the bridge in a few decades.
Like I just walked in and
Maybe
there was burning troll. That's all I know, right? Like
No, hold on. No. I don't want to know anymore. I want to cross the bridge, and we'll discover this as we go.
Okay.
It'll be far more
Honestly,
exciting.
same boat.
But now Rendell is on the other side of the bridge tapping his foot.
Yeah.
All right.
This mindless
I will,
wandering with my hands over my eyes has worked so well so far. I think I'm just going to continue that strategy.
I'm just gonna play the entire game like this, and nobody's gonna be able to tell me any differently.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk across the bridge.
in
Yep.
lieu of a
Randall,
firm response from anyone, I'm designating myself group treasurer.
before
Cool.
we get hit with a no cursing, because it's gonna happen. Just for shits and giggles, Rendell, can you give me a performance check to see how well you fixed this bridge?
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is gonna go well.
Right, there's no crafts. Right.
Yeah,
Well, I
it
mean,
really is just kind of performance.
I have
It's
the
really
mending
kind
spell, so
Yeah, but there's
Okay,
no, like,
I will give you advantage on that performance check then.
oh, this is gonna be funny if I roll poorly.
Ah, son of a damn it, JT.
What are you talking about? You love appreciating us. We're so appreciable.
No, that means I have to like you for like 5 minutes.
Ha!
Oh.
good damage.
Well, it was an 18 for my performance.
You actually do a really good job. It's not, you don't have all of the time to put in all of the, the really fine art kind of engravings that you want to do on every single plank, but like it's definitely, it's going to support the weight of the cart and the horses, which is really what I was concerned about. And the very large minotaur. Yeah. So it's definitely gonna do everything that it needs to do. It's not beautiful. It's not intricate. If you'd had maybe an extra hour or two, it would have been, just like chef's kiss. Every single nail is flush, and every single board is sanded on both sides. You really only sanded the part where people are going to be walking over, because why would you sand it on both sides? But you could have. That's all I'm saying. It did a good job. That's 5 minutes of exposition for just a thumbs up, man. It's gonna hold up.
Take a picture. This is going to be the most important bridge we ever cross.
With that bridge notification, we have also received a hydrate in addition to the party appreciation for the end of the show.
I need to grab water.
I also need to grab water. So thank you, JT, and thank you, Phaedra Bookworm. And we also have a Parenthesar, who you can go ahead and talk now.
Hi, Brenda's there. How's it going, buddy? Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, maybe I was wrong. Maybe we don't have Raga.
I feel like we could have maybe gone to break or something instead of just
Well, we have to do the hydrate. It only takes a
instead of
minute.
just sitting here like kind of just a little awkwardly like, hey
You like to hear
everybody.
it?
If you like the stream, make sure you subscribe and like and share with your friends, because I fucking told you to.
Okay, so where does that leave us then? Across
On the other side of the bridge. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, so you guys continue heading east.
Go.
Going west.
No, not Weast. Not
Uh,
Weast.
Well, no, if you're going west, you gotta go back over the bridge. You guys are like, you committed to the east. You can't go west now.
Well,
because of
at least I know the bridge is gonna hold now.
That's true. Yeah, we can go over it like 3 or 4 times if you like.
It's like
That's the session, folks.
this is the session. They crossed the bridge.
So because of my stumpy little legs, I've taken crossbow on the wagon,
Okay.
and I have my crossbow out
Excellent.
just in case.
Okay. So whilst you guys are traveling for the remainder of the day, could I get somebody to roll me a d20? Any of you can do it. I just need someone to
got
roll
it.
me a.
That's gonna be a 6.
Okay. So you guys travel for about 45 minutes or so. Before I need everybody to roll me a perception check.
Yay.
Unless somebody wants to use their passive perception, that is also acceptable in this particular situation. So you guys aren't really actively looking for anything. It's just that you're probably
Well,
going to notice it.
I will
I
definitely
got
use my
a
passive then.
21.
I rolled a
Nat 20.
nat 20.
Which becomes a 19.
That would be a 5.
Okay. So the first thing that you see really is there appears to be a tree that has grown really close to this particular part of the road, and the roots of it kind of just like jut up out of the ground. And the reason that this is noticeable, there are a bunch of trees that are just kind of trying to overtake this particular road and reclaim it into nature. But the reason that this particular one is noticeable is because these two very large roots seem to have what appears to be a very large smooth stone just kind of wedged in between them. But as you guys get closer, you realize that it's very, very smooth, akin to the top of a skull.
Who's driving this thing?
That's a good question.
Am I driving?
Who was driving before?
I think. Was
Was it
I?
No, I think it was Umbaro. It doesn't make sense to have you on the wagon because, like, how much weight is that if we have to run? Right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like I'm twice as heavy as the rest of you
Sure.
combined.
I was driving. It was me, officer.
It is decided.
Yeah, I'll just whoever's driving, I'll kind of just
Like, yes, I was driving.
whoever's driving, I'll give him a signal to kind of like stop the wagon,
No.
and I'll hop down and kind of, make eye contact with Bovidius and Domino. Just be like,
Very
something strange here.
curious. I'll motion towards it and kind of go shh with my finger, and take a closer look at this smooth stone.
Yeah.
So you kind of you get closer, or do you just kind of check it out from where you're?
Very slowly and very cautiously, I would get closer.
Okay. So as you get closer, you realize that it is truly a skull, of what appears to be on the larger side, humanoid. So potentially a human or maybe an orc. It's hard to tell. If you look really closely, you might be able to discern what race this truly was. But as you look closer, you realize that this skull belongs to the rest of a skeleton, as somebody has lost their life and perished, just kind of leaning up against the tree between these two roots. And as the rest of the skeleton just kind of collapsed, the skull got wedged in between those two roots and was the only thing that was visible. But as you kind of go around, you can see that this person was once wearing what appeared to be a set of like deep maroon robes. And there's a little tricorn hat that has kind of just come to rest at between these two roots, and just kind of nestled on the legs of this skeleton appears to be an ethereal light blue hat. And it curls up from the little donut that it's kind of in and looks at you and pricks its ears, and as it does so, you can see it just flickers ever so faintly.
I take the tricorn hat.
Okay.
The cat is
So you
somebody
go-
else's problem. I'm taking the tricorn.
You immediately go over and reach for the hat, and the cat just like gets up and like goes full like puffball. The tail puffs up, the body like the fur puffs out, and it hisses at you as its ears like flatten against its skull.
Well, there's no need for that. I'm not here to hurt you. Just
You guys
going.
done robbing graves yet?
No.
There's a cat over here.
Oh, kitty! I love cats.
It's very angry and it won't let me rob this grave.
Well, you didn't steal the hat, and let's go.
We're the good guys.
It's not grave robbing.
I don't
It's
know.
making
I don't
use
know.
of all
It is-
parts of the
It's
animal.
archaeology. It's archaeology.
Yeah.
It is absolutely not archaeology.
If we write it down, it is.
in a museum.
Someone here keeps a diary. It's research.
I guess if you donate it to a museum, then it becomes archaeology. I don't. Or if you
There
sell
go.
it to a
All your
museum. I
crimes
don't
can be
know.
forgiven for a few $100.
I just got an idea. I'm gonna send my little homunculus over towards the cat.
Okay. Your little homunculus like skitters over.
Yeah, my hunch is that it's scared of big things, but maybe not of small things, and it might be able to chase it away.
My theory is it's a displacer beast.
Could be.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
No.
maybe it's a cub, and we're about to meet mom.
Quickly rewrite session. No. No, I would never do that. So your homunculus goes up close to it, and as it gets closer, the cat just growls like louder.
Okay. Trying to think. I think I have.
It does that thing that cats do where it lunges it lunges forwards and kind of just like spits really aggressively.
Mhm.
Does I'm not sure if you guys know a lot about cats, but that's cat for hey, back the fuck up.
Yep.
It's usually like a defensive gesture.
I have a question. I have comprehend languages.
Okay.
No,
Do
that means you can
animals-
understand the cat. You can't talk to the cat.
No, I know, but
Well-
do animals have a language?
No, they do not.
Okay.
So I think the spell you're maybe looking for is speak with animals, which would allow you to speak with this
Yeah.
cat.
No dice.
Well, children, technically, I mean.
But-
Also, we had the wrong kind of druid for that.
But this is not a normal cat. So you can
Yeah.
certainly try.
Wait, before anyone does anything, I want to go to the cat and utilizing prestidigitation, I'm gonna catnip smell the cat. Spray with catnip smell.
While he's
Prestidigitation
distracting
for
the cat, I grab the hat.
Roll
This is
me
the
a
plan.
dexterity check.
Just
Mhm.
straight dex?
Yep.
13.
Okay.
Roll
I
initiative.
think you narrowly managed to avoid its claws as it gets somewhat distracted by a poof of catnip in its face.
Excellent teamwork, guys. We stole the cat from the corpse, or stole the hat from the corpse, and now the cat is angry at us.
It starts like snarling and spitting.
I would like
doesn't-
to give me the hat. I'm gonna give it wanna. I wanna see something.
All right. But you're
Sorry.
getting it back for me after you finish. And I give him the hat.
Possibly. I will hold my hands up while I'm holding the hat, and very gently place it back where it was, in front of the cat. And I'm gonna say, "Was this bloke a friend of yours?"
So as you put the hat, you like grab the hat from Vividius and put it back. The growling subsides, and then the ears just like the fur begins to flatten, sort of, and the ears prick forward. As it kind of cocks its head to the side, like it's listening to you. Before it does a little circle on what once was the lap of whoever this was, and it starts making biscuits and meows sadly.
Was you said this cat is like flickering?
Yeah.
Oh,
making biscuits. What?
are you
Making
familiar?
biscuits like they're kneading. They're making
Yeah.
biscuits.
I
Are
see.
you a familiar?
It looks at you and
I'm guessing this. whoever this was the one who summoned you, eh?
Like lays down and its ears go a little bit flat.
Well, I'm sorry. I wish I could. I don't have anything to help with this. But
Hey, Randall.
Hmm?
You think the cat knows charades?
if he does, I'm not good at them.
Don't familiars
you
usually
think you can
dissipate
get
after
me-
their owner dies?
Nope.
They don't?
Not usually, no, because
They have to be dismissed.
Perhaps it just wants you to dismiss it. It wants to go home.
do you?
Nobody knows nothing about how familiars work.
Well, there's nothing I can do to bring back your friend. So I'm sorry about that. Well, I also have to say, he's probably not coming back either. And it's admirable that you're watching over him still, but he's not going to come back.
It curls up into a little donut and like puts its tail over its nose.
I very, very slowly reach over and like start scratching behind the neck. Oh, sorry, little one.
It meows. It goes those little chirps.
Are you going to stay here, or you can come with us?
Oh, perfect. Great. Yeah. We already have a crazy guy who loves and eats potatoes. Let's just add a strange flickering cat to the motley crew. Love it.
Why not?
Or good luck.
I like cats.
Okay.
But
yeah. Okay.
you
All
clean his
valid
litter.
points, I guess.
Come on, Mom.
I will retrieve my hat, and I would also like to take a closer look at the wizard's robe and any designs or
It
heraldry.
immediately turns and hisses at you.
Can I grab the
Will
hat
you
back again?
leave the hat alone?
Meow.
Just put the
Not
hat
What?
back.
you,
I thought he was your
the
friend
giant
now.
bull.
I thought he was your
What?
friend now.
We're getting to know each other. But put the hat
Right.
back.
All
This-
right.
This
But still examining
whoever
it
this
for
was,
sigils, anything like that.
whoever this was someone this cat cared for a lot. So put the hat back.
I'm putting it back. And yeah, did I see any sort of designs, heraldry, anything that would indicate, since this is somebody that was able to summon a familiar, indicate any sort of association with like a school or any of the various silver shields, platinum shields, etc., from any of the other cities?
Roll me a really quick investigation check.
Oh, that'll go well. It's just 16.
What?
We're just popping off here today.
So there aren't any like this is just a hat. So like there aren't any particular symbols or anything. But you do find just a small like embroidered EB on the inside of the hat.
I think it's a little weird that. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I probably know a thing or two about how druids work. Yes? Like the basics? That they live in the
Florida?
woods.
Yeah,
Yes,
most of them
right.
live in the woods. Yeah.
Right. So this thing got killed by a tree. This person. Looks like. That seems a little weird, doesn't it?
Killed
Well,
Like
that-
it killed
by a
killed
tree?
by. It got killed by as in killed near.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like wrapped up in roots and stuff. I don't know how this happened.
tree
no.
grew
So
around
like
it.
imagine. So if I sit and like I lean up against a tree in between the roots, right? And then my
okay.
body rots away, and the rest of the skeleton and all of the ligaments that like connect my
I get
skeleton
you.
are gone. So the skeleton
Okay.
collapses, but
Gotcha.
the skull was just like balanced at the top because that's where it kind of
Okay.
got
Okay.
messed.
Do you
Hold
mind
on,
if I roll
I've got-
investigation to see if I can determine
Absolutely.
like how long ago this happened, maybe cause of death, that kind of thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Long enough for a tree to grow.
21.
Okay. So as you kind of just try to move past the cat,
I'm
does
trying to
growl
be
and make
respectful.
at you. Yeah, but like as you just kind of make it clear that you're not going to take anything, you just want to look. It does like sit, and you can see its tail going back and forth,
Mhm.
and its ears go back a little bit, but it does let you do it. And you can see that there are some like gouges in particularly the rib cage that look like he was attacked by something with run afoul of something with very large claws.
Okay, so it was claws. How big are we talking here?
Big.
Like
Like,
bear
in order
big or
for the-
bigger than a
in-
bear?
In order for claws to hit bone, they got to be pretty big and behind something pretty powerful.
Right.
Do
But
they
I could
bear-
match.
Or bigger.
Okay, a bear or bigger. Okay.
Bear or bigger.
All right.
would you say they look like troll claws?
Essentially.
I'm gonna turn to everybody and ask, do the initials EB mean anything to any of you?
Can I roll history?
Sure.
Cool. Don't worry about it. Cool.
Whole lot of nothing.
Actually, you forgot. You just immediately, instantaneously forgot every single name.
I don't even remember the alphabet now.
Yeah, like, listen.
What's an E?
You have forgotten every single name you have ever known, including what was your guys' name again?
Yeah.
Hey, who are you?
It definitely doesn't ring any bells.
Alrighty then.
So, Bovidius, would you say that this corpse has been there for decades?
Well, it certainly is strange that if an animal truly killed it, that would typically have been done for food purposes, in which case the remains wouldn't be as intact as they are.
And if something else killed it, why didn't they take something? Must have been a monster of some kind.
Or if whatever it was attacked it, this one managed to get away, and then this just happens to be his final resting spot.
Perhaps. If only we
Cat
had somebody
seems-
that could talk to the cat.
Well, the cat seems to agree.
In any case, whatever did inflict this wound, it surely was quite some time ago, given that this individual has decayed enough that his skull was visible from the road.
What condition is the hat and the robe in? Shouldn't they be completely molded and mildewed with the passage of time, like the clothes under the troll bridge?
I also have a question. Does this have anything to do with the Children of the Storm? Or should we kind of continue?
I think we should carry on. This seems to be an old death. He's resting.
Yeah.
Whatever happened has happened.
We're going to run into a lot more skeletons from here on out.
Well,
I still want the hat.
don't take in the hat.
Just being real bullheaded about this particular thing.
As he should.
Okay.
Well, if the hat's not in decayed condition, it probably isn't enchanted. Maybe helpful for us.
Yep, but Bovidius, you can't even wear a hat. You have horns. Sorry, no disrespect, but like it won't even fit you, dude.
It could fit between the
Life,
horns.
finds a way.
Um,
Or a really good tailor.
Either one.
He just put a
I believe you're looking
hole
for
in
the
hat
word.
and have it like hanging off of one of his horns.
I believe you're looking for the word haberdasher.
Just on the horn. Like,
Yeah. just like
it's like
hanging.
the umbrella in a cocktail.
Yeah, and the horn is no, not but like the straw goes through the umbrella. Like that.
Honestly, let's be
That's
real. You don't even
hilarious.
need a haberdasher. I just need to go poke and pull.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Well, I'll pour some water into my helmet, and I'll offer it to the hopefully thirsty cat.
This is indeed what appears to be a familiar, so they don't need food or water.
Okay.
Otherwise, it would have had a problem probably a while ago.
Yeah, I probably would have starved to death at some point.
Well, I thought the catnip affected it, so that's why.
It more affected it because it was just a burst in its face more than it
Okay.
being catnip.
I'll ask the cat. Do you know what killed him?
Ow.
Do you know which direction they are?
Ow.
I think
Can
Can I do the mind meld thing with my bird?
It meows at you and then looks in the direction that you're going.
Oh boy.
Can I do the mind meld thing with the bird and then have them ask the question again? Can the bird understand the cat? Can I therefore understand the cat through the bird?
Can familiars
They're both
talk to you?
familiars. Could they? I don't think it works.
Yes, use a boon.
really don't
We'll
think it
use our
works,
party
but-
boon.
That's right. Yeah,
You have already used that boon. Can familiars
I
talk
want
to
another
you?
one.
No.
Okay, that seems reasonable, honestly.
So yeah, familiars can only communicate telepathically with their master. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
go with no.
I don't have sending or message. I don't.
I mean,
think.
maybe if you had a cat and this was a cat, I would maybe allow that. But you
Yeah.
have a bird and this is a cat, so like
This game
that's
sucks.
Fair.
Cats and birds
I
living
can only
together?
do-
What is
I
this
can only
coming
do-
to?
I don't even want to play.
The magic cat cannot talk to the magic bird. Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't have any.
This isn't even realistic. Like,
Oh no, I do have
Totally
message.
realistic, man.
Whoever
Oh,
wears
yeah,
the
I have
hat
message.
can speak with the cat.
I don't make the rules. I just enforce them.
you also make the rules.
I enforce them. Sometimes I make the rules
Rewrite
if I
a
don't
lot
like
of
the
them.
rules.
Yeah.
Like, we'll see all of you.
Oh, sorry. Did you say
Sorry,
we're
I
taking a break?
forget what spell list is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, cool.
actually, we could. It's about time that we totally could take a break.
Anybody else have
Wonderful.
anything they want to do with the scene still?
We're officially 50 meters down the street, so
Well, yeah.
this is
Honestly,
great.
that's pretty good for us.
Yeah,
It was
we're
a
doing
landmark.
it.
Pausing it.
Important
So yeah,
landmark.
Okay.
the party decides whether or not this hat is worth stealing from an angry ethereal cat.
You guys
We'll see
ever
you
heard of
guys
the
back here in
expression
5 minutes.
"herding cats"?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are like that.
You are the cats. All of you are the cats.
Yeah.
Every single one of you. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We last left off with the party deciding what exactly they're going to do with a small, angry ball of ethereal fuzz.
Hey guys, remember when we had a quest? That was cool.
We should probably get back to that.
Let's figure out the cat. You wanted the hat.
I do
It's
want
on
the
you,
hat.
man. But I'm telling you, put the
Can
cat
I-
in the hat, and let's get out of here.
I will kneel down and ask the cat, would you like to be a cat in a hat?
It's like its eyes narrow and its ears go back.
I flip the hat over and hold it out towards the
You have
cat.
that. I thought you put the hat back.
No, I have kneeled down to where Rendell put the hat on the ground. And I flip it over and hold it out towards the cat.
It looks at where the hat originally was, and then looks back at you. And grumbles.
That's neither a yes or a no.
I believe the Seuss estate is on the phone right now.
Oh, all right. I'll put the hat back on the skull.
It sits, and its ears go forward.
Well, if we do keep going, pretty sure whatever ended this person's life, the cat says we're going in the same direction. So
Then why won't it let us take the hat? We need some sort of...
because you're desecrating a corpse.
Well, here, we'll settle this. I'll go up to the corpse. Hymnus Requies. May the blessings of Bahamut direct you to the seven heavens. And I'll get back on the cart. May he rest in peace.
The cat looks at you, cocks its head to the side, and then just kind of jumps down off of this individual's lap and like does a figure eight between your legs, just kind of purring the entire time.
Well met.
Do you want us to give him a proper rest?
I go to the cart, grab a shovel.
I'll get my shovel.
May I remind you, we
I'll
have
also-
somewhere to be. We can't dig a grave for everyone that we find here. Did we dig a grave for everyone back in town?
When we find a cat, we will dig the grave.
You sure did dig a lot of graves, actually.
Yeah,
You
did you dig a grave for like
specifically-
1,000
I could
people?
respect that.
Dug as many graves as you could.
One grave.
He
Yeah,
wants to
no,
dig
but, like, this
one
is
grave.
ridiculous.
That makes you even.
Everybody gets one, okay? This is I'm cashing in. This is my one grave shit.
I stomp right over to him, Barrow, and I like poke him right in the chest. I'm like, "This is literally your thing." Okay.
You have to get up onto a stump to poke him in the chest, but yeah, I will allow that.
All right. I'll jump up and poke him.
I'll literally hold out my arm to give him like a beam to grab. He can grab and hang from it, and I just like put him in chest poking range. Plus, with a high enough strength roll, we should be able to dig a grave in like 5 minutes. There's enough of us.
I mean, I'll just allow you to dig the grave, and if all of you work together, that's totally fine.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Ah, yes, the 5-minute shallow grave. Respectful.
We're doing this for
Shallow,
a
all of them
cat.
are digging it.
Then it rains and the corpse
cat that
comes
isn't
out,
even
and the
real.
guy has to watch the corpse as it like streams down the road.
Okay,
What if we dig
so
the
you guys
grave and
dig
find
a
another grave?
a
do we do
sufficient
then?
grave, just in the middle of the woods, and the cat just kind of sits there, watching, flickering upon the corpse of its previous master.
Is this what you want, cat?
Meow.
Can I have the hat when we're done?
Meow.
See, I can't tell if that's a yes or a no.
Oh, he didn't sound very angry about it.
If it's a yes, do it once. If it's a no, do it twice.
Ow.
Can cats count? You know what? Don't answer that. I'm taking the hat when we're done.
I will hold up 3 fingers. Meow for how many fingers I have held up. Please.
It puts its ears back slightly, like, and gives you a look like.
Please, I believe you can do it.
Beneath
They don't
it.
think they can.
Ow, ow, ow.
Yes, you can count.
Thank you, cat.
I'm like, Fidget's like relating so hard to this cat right now.
So, do you want to stay here or do you want to come with us?
Sorry, could you say that again? We didn't hear it.
I said I was talking to the cat, and I
No,
said,
the
"So
cat
are
is
you-"
what I meant.
Oh,
It does a little lap on its master's lap and sits.
all right. Well,
Well, that
If-
makes me sad.
yep, makes me sad too.
Every living thing gets to make its own choices.
Indeed. But I don't have to agree with it.
Well,
As
well,
I
yeah.
begin
In
throwing
between both
dirt
of you, it's
over
like,
both
I
of them.
give you a potato. No? Bad timing? Alright.
Push. Just like, not even turning around, just hand, face, push.
Yep. So the cat just kind of like threads between your legs as you guys just very gently move the skeleton into the grave. And it is purring the entire time. Gives you guys a little head bonks on the back of your calves and threads between your legs.
Okay.
And as you finish burying its master, it just kind of sits on top of the freshly disturbed mound of dirt, and just like kneads a little bit and turns a few times, and then lays down, curling up like it's going to go to sleep, before it flickers faster and faster and finally goes out.
Wow.
I put the hat on my head and I say, rest well, little cat.
Yeah.
Fidget wipes a little tear and then goes to take a look at the robe.
Yeah, so both of these items are surprisingly fine. So as Domino pretty masterfully pointed out, these definitely are magic items of some sort, and that is why they have not been lost to time.
Mm-hmm.
I did not think of that in or out of character. I just saw tricorn hat and thought pirate cow.
Nope, I didn't think of it either. I just saw a sad cat.
Well, I'm gonna. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look over this robe and see if I can understand its whole deal without casting an identify spell and wasting a spell slot.
You can
So-
certainly try.
Well,
So
I mean,
what
you
should I roll? History, Arcana, Investigation?
can just-
Arcana or
Arcana?
history?
Cool.
So if you roll an Arcana check, it doesn't, unless you roll, like, if you roll really high, I'll just tell you what the item is.
23?
That's
Nice.
really high. Let me just remind myself what this does. Okay, so the robe is, I'm totally gonna butcher this pronunciation. But yeah, with the 23, you're pretty darn sure this is a robe of the Arch Magi. Arch. The Archmagi.
Interesting.
That sounds really good.
Archmagi.
It's
Nice.
it's not gnome size though.
Holy
It also requires attunement
shit!
by a sorcerer, warlock, or wizard.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Being an artificer, like just because I'm, spellcaster adjacent doesn't work to my benefit, I assume. Do I know how a robe of the Magi works? Archmagi works?
Yeah. So, do.
I'll look it up. It's all good.
It's something it's something you have to attune to. But basically the TLDR is you gain these benefits while wearing the robe. If you aren't wearing armor, your base armor class is 15 plus your dex modifier. You have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects, and your spell save DC and spell attack bonus each increase by 2. That's a pretty good item, actually.
That's
What color?
badass.
See if
It is
fits.
maroon. It is. I'm pretty sure I said it was a deep maroon.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So we're ignoring the alignment
Yes,
element?
we are.
Cool. That is a really cool robe.
If he was a dapper motherfucker, and he'd have whatever color he likes.
Yes.
I don't give a shit about alignment. I never have, and I never will.
That's why I was very surprised when I read it there, and I figured it must be ignored.
Okay, so apparently artificers are only half casters, so they wouldn't apply to this.
You
That's
definitely need the specific class.
Yes, sorcerer, warlock, or wizard only.
I'm gonna ask a weird question.
We don't have one.
Because I'm an artificer,
You sure
would I
are.
have the capacity to expand my artificer skills if I study this magic item? Because I can create a bag of holding, I can create wands of detect magic.
You're kind of limited to the list that are in like that accompany artificers.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could certainly try, but it's probably gonna take you a while. This is a wondrous item. It is legendary. So like, I'm not sure if you could recreate it just because it is a very rare magic item. And
Okay.
there are specifications and limitations to magic items that you can reproduce, on how powerful they are.
Okay. It'll still be really good for getting a
that
favor.
note-
Also, yeah, I just casually handed out a legendary item for you guys helping a cat.
Right? I'm impressed. But also on that note, the party just received a boon.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Thank
So
you,
what's the
Otter.
boon?
I just thought the timing was very, very conspicuous, given that
No.
you were just asking
Seems
for a
quite convenient.
thing. You were just
No,
Could
no.
it be?
You were just asking
No.
to reverse engineer
No.
a legendary enchantment.
I'm just saying no.
Could it be that this robe is useful for artificers just randomly for no reason?
Or perhaps a cleric.
Or perhaps a
Just saying.
cleric. I'm totally down with giving this to a party member if it works out.
I'm
I
both
mean,
a sorcerer and a
warlock.
warlock, though.
Yeah, before you guys
Yeah, there
Face
is
the
someone who
parameters of
can
the
actually
robe,
use it
there
there
already.
is someone in the party who can use it.
Yeah, this
I'm
is
both a sorcerer and a
tailor-made
warlock,
for
man.
Father Embaro.
Oh no shit, I didn't know. I thought you were a cleric. My bad.
He is a
No,
sorcerer and a
no, you're right. I'm
warlock.
totally a cleric. You're right. No,
I didn't know.
Alright, word.
Don't worry about it.
Yes,
I didn't know that
he's
either.
a cleric.
See, this is
Yes, exactly.
the advantage of not playing 5e. I don't know how anything works.
No, I only chose healing spells. No, it's part of the joke.
Cool.
He is leaning very
Uh,
heavily into the cleric fantasy.
Well, okay. When
But
we all
again,
get back to
like,
the
if you
wagon.
want to alter it to give to someone else, I don't care that much.
Well, when we all get back to the wagon, I'm gonna tell everybody this is an incredibly powerful magic robe. And I detail how it works.
We have also been awarded a point of luck, which apparently is for Charlotte.
Why not? Vesta's gonna die.
I don't think God needs luck, but that's cool.
She does. She likes luck.
I'll also turn to Fidget and say, what about my hat? Is it magic?
I will roll again.
How, dude?
It's a cool hat. It's a super cool hat.
It's super special.
Well, I already knew that. That's its own type of magic.
For a special little man.
I
Shall
mean, it's
we?
still an 8, so I would know it's magic, right?
8?
Well, you can't nat 1 on skill checks, right?
Ooh, at this table.
You'd be surprised.
Okay.
Touché, my dear. You would be incorrect. Yes,
Well,
you can critically fail.
in an hour, I'm sure I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I don't think I have identify. No, I didn't take it.
Well, a wondrous robe for one of our more magically affiliated people, and a jaunty cap for myself. This is a good day. Shall we travel on?
Let's.
Yeah, just keep your eyes peeled, because whatever killed that guy
Oh, indeed.
in the direction we are headed.
Did we give the robe to Father Mbaru?
I'll take it, sure. If I seem to be the only one who can use it.
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
Of the 3 classes that it is made for, that is
2.
you are 2 of them, and Barenthazar is also one of them.
Well,
So you
you
guys
can draw
find
straws if you want. Rock, paper, scissors.
Who's the other person?
Barenthazar.
Parenthesis.
You want it, bud? Take it.
I don't.
What do you do? Because like,
I'm a warlock fighter.
do you rely heavily on your Eldritch Blast?
They're my cantrip, but yeah.
Yeah, take it then. Because I
Oh,
don't
that's
have that
okay.
cantrip, so like the plus to spell hit is wasted on me. I don't have a lot of spell hits.
Yeah.
That save DC going up though is huge.
Yep.
Yeah, but he has both just by way of like him blasting. I only have the half of it.
I was really
Yeah, but
hoping I could use that for my dissonant whisper. That
Yeah.
would be badass. But it is what
Well,
it is.
only thing is in combat, we may need to fight her up front, whereas you might be better off as the spellcaster like you normally are. So maybe that robe would benefit you more.
The rope's a
Potentially.
base AC of 15 plus.
It's still a
your
15
dex.
plus dex, yeah. So that's pretty
it's
good.
a lot of armor. It's more
Yeah.
armor than a chain shirt.
Yep.
Wait, what
And it doesn't
edition are we
affect.
playing?
And it doesn't
Whatever the party
affect
decision is.
spellcasting at all.
Hey, let's just take the robes, friend. That's fine.
Sorry. I take the robes.
Mob is not my color anyway. Or they were mauve, right? What color are
Maroon, I
they?
believe.
Maroon.
Maroon. Maroon's not my color.
It was my high school's color. Sure wasn't mine. All right, traveling on.
So you guys travel for the remainder of the day and don't really have any further incidents after that. Unless you want to.
I'm good. Did we encounter a dog this time?
I think I would legitimately cry if it was a dog.
After an hour's travel, do I figure out what my hat does?
You want a dog?
So
Get a
your
dog.
hat-
Get a hellhound.
Yeah, your hat. It transports you back to the location that you first put it on an hour ago, actually. It's incredible.
Better start running.
Where's the beef?
Bloody hell.
So, your hat is a cute little custom item called a dapper hat.
Ooh.
So not only can you make that tricorn hat any color you want it to be, but you can also, it has 3 charges, and if you use a charge, you can get advantage on any charisma-based roll.
Can I have a
Hells
request to
yes.
modify this item?
Hmm?
Every use of a charge should like curl up one of the corns, like the monkey's paw.
There he is.
And is that like an action or a bonus action or just at will I can burn a charge?
Just at will, you can burn a charge.
Awesome.
That's a pretty cool item.
That is very cool indeed.
And you get, 1d4. It has 4 currently, and then you get a d4 every day.
Awesome. I'll have to customize that later.
Yeah.
But I love it. And it will immediately turn blue. I'm just picturing like walking along at the front, leading the horses, and everybody behind me just sees the hat turn blue.
I'm just realizing, like, I'm just thinking he realizes it can turn any color that he wants, so he goes through like 5 different colors to test it,
Yeah.
and then it settles on blue.
Yeah, we should
green.
establish
Oh
some
no,
sort of
red.
requirements
Oh,
system,
ooh,
like,
gold.
Blue,
Gold hat.
dark
No, don't
blue.
Orange.
orange for like danger.
Red, salmon, blue.
It's no.
Yeah.
Mahogany.
Okay,
It should
literally.
be a mood hat.
I
Can
was
we make
gonna
it a
say,
mood
yeah,
hat?
it's a mood hat. It's officially a mood hat.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call it Dapper Mood Hat.
fantastic.
It changes color based on your mood.
That's great.
Mood.
Of
I'll
course.
add the extra O's.
Mood.
Dapper Mood Hat.
Yep, I love it. I love it
This
officially.
is the best campaign ever.
Hashtag no notes.
I'm gonna enjoy it when Bavidius is trying to be diplomatic and like he's on the verge of exploding and the hat's just a bright red. Listen.
Every time Stu sits closer to him, it gets a darker shade of or a brighter shade of red.
Oh my god, yeah.
And then he starts attacking his own hat.
Definitely a role play opportunity. His hat's
Yeah.
starting to turn red. You better watch out.
You look over and it's green, and he's like,
No, when it goes green, it's me going, you won't like me when I'm angry.
And then it goes red.
Yeah.
and then it goes red.
So how far
Well, yeah,
along
green
on
would be-
the
Green would be more like disgust or something, right? Anywho,
It's Hulk mode.
how
you
far
guys-
on our trip would we be at this point?
so you guys have traveled about 8 hours. So let me just show you on the map. Actually, no, you guys traveled about. Ooh, because you guys traveled an hour or 2 back, and then you got to the bridge, and then it took you 2 hours to fix
To
the
build the
bridge,
bridge.
and then you guys traveled for 45 minutes to find the cat. You traveled for about 2 more hours, and then it gets dark.
Okay.
Are we further back than we are forward then? Like
Oh, yeah. You missed the last session.
yeah.
You remember?
I did recap it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And at the second hour of our travels, we crest the hill, and there is the city of Stormfell. Like, what? How did you do this?
Chronomancy. No, we essentially had to go about 45 minutes up the path to get to a fork in the road so that we could go east to meet the druids.
Always
Okay.
is. Okay.
So we are going somewhat coincidentally to where my clan was wiped out in order to meet the druids, which is concerning.
Are we doing the cabbage thing? Have I done the cabbage thing?
We have not
I have
had a
not done the
cabbage.
My cabbages.
So for everybody who can't see the map, usually what I do is I mark where the group is travel-wise with a cabbage. So I will do that at the end of this session because I don't need everybody to sit here and wait for me to pull up a cabbage.
Yeah. And sift through all the cabbage gifts until you find the right one.
Well, no, I have one just loaded up. 'Cause,
Oh,
like,
perfect.
you just gotta find it.
So we shall head through the foothills in the morning.
Why don't we travel by night?
We could. For
I
at least a
wouldn't
little while
recommend it.
longer.
I wouldn't. I second not recommending it. I would like a rest. I'm
I don't
still a
think we
bit.
should drive our horses that hard.
I'm kind of
Indeed.
tapped
Alright.
out from the troll trio.
Fair enough.
Get there.
Yes, we should absolutely not dawdle on the road, but we shouldn't overexert ourselves yet.
Since I still haven't used any spell slots and I'm still at full health, I'm going to take 2 watches so that everybody has time to rest.
I'll take last watch then.
I will also join Domino on Last Watch.
I'll just take a nap. They seem to have it covered, honestly.
He was already snoring. Okay, so who's taking first watch again? Digit, you're taking.
What's that?
You're taking the first couple, right?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. So just roll me one perception check.
Cool. Hopefully not
Unless
solo,
it's
though.
from me, and then I'll let you roll. Then I'll let you roll another one.
Perception.
You can't get 3 natural ones in the same game, right?
Oh, we'll find out.
Why
You'd be
would
surprised.
you do that?
Because I'm evil.
That's a
It's
14.
fine.
That ain't bad.
Not bad
I'll
at
take
all.
it.
So as everybody just begins to settle down and go to sleep around you, you kind of post up near the fire, and just kind of make sure that you're looking out. And if there's a couple times where you think you see shadows just kind of darting between the trees, but then you kind of just you chalk it up to paranoia when enough of an anxiety-induced time goes by and nothing happens. You're just kind of overly alert, and lucky for you, your watch passes anxiously but without incident.
Great. I wake up Domino and Bovidius.
Okay. Can one of you two give me a perception check?
I'll lend advantage to Domino if you would like.
Well met. There is a natural 13.
Okay. So again, you're just kind of posted up next to the fire, just looking out, and nothing of note particularly.
That is good.
As I look across the fire to Domino, I'll be like, "What make you of that woman that we fought days ago? She was much stronger than she appeared to be. Did you get any sense of what manner of creature she might have been?"
Honestly, I could detect strange evil emanating from her. But as for her arcane powers, that is beyond my knowledge.
I must admit I am concerned at the lasting wound she was able to leave on our companion. The
It
sergeant
is confusing whether
Indeed.
it was a curse or some poison. I still do not know.
I was under the impression that healing magics could overcome all sorts of wounds. But the loss of her voice, well, If we ever get it back for her, she'll know what to say with it, I'm sure.
And then some.
Indeed. Have you heard of any such effects before? That somebody could be so thoroughly silenced by a wound that magic could not heal?
No, when we studied curses, they were more of a bane that infects the spirit than the blood. So I don't know of such, like I said, what is, it's a curse or if it's some type of poison malady. It is well beyond my knowledge.
We shall have to hope that the druids can do something about it. Is that the sun I see peeking over the horizon?
Let us wake our companions. May we cover a lot of ground today, but leave the potato thief to his slumbers. I am not in the mood for his whimsical attitude today.
Agreed. I'll start waking up the party if our remaining watch passes without incident.
Yes, it does.
Excellent. Wake up. Grandma, we should put a little makeup. That's all that we can do without copyright.
No, Stu, I don't care about potatoes. What? Oh.
Poke him
Oh,
again.
God. That was a terrifying dream.
It sounded
I'm
like
so
it.
sorry.
I'll water the horses, get them ready for the day's journey.
Mm-hmm. I'll water the druid. By which I just mean dump a bucket of water on him.
Yeah, that's what I figured. He kind of wakes up like,
I could smell you in my sleep.
it's fertilizer.
It's sewage. Do something about it.
Well, what's the point of me doing something about it now when you already kind of poured water over me?
Make some use
So, like, can
of
you
it.
just solve the problem?
Well, it's because right now you smell like rehydrated sewage.
Well, that's not my fault if he hadn't poured a bucket of water on me.
Bathe.
Well, that might have been prudent for you to say when we were by a river, mate.
We'll throw you in the next one.
No, wait. No, wait. So,
No, we insist.
No, see, I've got this really rare, like, genetic skin condition, yeah? So, like, I have to cover myself.
Bovidius, can you knock him out again?
No, wait.
Clonk.
Absolutely fucking not. He's not gonna let you hit him.
Roll initiative.
Oh god, what did you do? Oh no, why isn't Character Mancer? What did you do? Okay, here we go.
I just tried to level him up.
Yeah, what level is Stu, by the way? If he's like level
5. He's the
15,
same
I'm going to
level
be
as the
so
rest of
pissed.
us.
Okay.
Here, what do you want him to roll?
Dexterity, so he can duck.
That is a 5.
Okay, then give me an attack roll, I guess.
Okay. Unarmed.
He's got way more hit points than that, so like you're not just gonna be able to instantly knock him out.
Why no? It's like proceed to crit. Which I guess is just it's.
Stu's dead.
No, he's
No,
very
he's
not. So I guess he takes 5 damage.
Okay.
Crit just doubles
so you
dice,
clonk-
right? So I guess it would be 6.
Yeah, you clonk him on the head, right? And he immediately like whirls around on you, and he's like, "Ah!" What is your problem, mate?
He told me to put you back to sleep. I was attempting to oblige.
Well, first of all, fuck off. All right? I wasn't invited by you. I'm not here for you. Okay? I don't like you. Back off.
If you're traveling with this group, you will kindly attempt to manage your hygiene. That is all I have left to say about that.
Fuck you, mate.
Hey, Stu. This is a team effort. We listen to each other.
Well, I'm the only one he seems to have a problem with. This probably would have been a fight for you to pick like days ago when I joined you, but you know, you're making an issue of it now. It might behoove you to leave me the fuck alone, okay?
In Minotaur, I'm just gonna curse very loudly, and just like.
And he looks at you and he
Enough of
says, "And leave my
fucking
mother out of
jokes."
it." I heard that.
And I'm gonna
Yeah, it was
just
a
kind
bit
of be like,
uncalled for.
"Wait, you speak Minotaur, Randall?"
I'm half Minotaur, so yeah. We had this conversation a long while ago.
We did. It's been a very long while.
I'm half Minotaur, half merfolk. I just got the human half of both sides.
Yes. Dude, that was so long ago.
I think both of them say simultaneously, "Watch your mouth."
Language?
And I look at both of them kind of surprised, and I'm like, interesting. All right. And I just walk away. And by the way, I mean back to the front of the cart to lead the horses.
Stu turns to Rendell and he's like, "Seriously, you didn't have to bring my mother into this. She was a very nice lady."
Yeah, it was a bit uncalled for.
The actual hell, mate.
We have received a stretch request.
All right.
I just kind of do.
I'll stand up. My back kind of hurts.
Stuff popping now.
Yeah,
Don't turn 40, guys.
That hurt my shoulder.
Don't turn 40.
I mean, a choice in the matter, I don't think. Gotta take my sweet time getting there, though.
Hells to the yes.
All right. Oh yeah, Stu kind of looks to you and looks hurt, and he's like, "If you guys didn't want me here, why did you?"
We want you here,
Is this a joke?
but we want you to listen.
Yeah, but why did you give me the opportunity to address the problem before simply dumping a bucket of water on me?
Stu, are you listening right now?
I'm listening to you, yeah, but that was really rude. And nobody seems to be addressing the fact that that was really rude. Then he brought my mother into it. I kind of want to go into fisticuffs. Not gonna lie.
Stu, do you understand that you are a lot?
Like physically? Are you saying I'm fat? Just for the record, I heard that laugh, but it was so loud he maxed out his microphone.
I know, because I could hear his laugh through yours.
Amazing.
That's great. Alright. Saying I'm fat.
You're a good dude.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah.
But it's a bit of a struggle sometimes.
Why?
Because you're not the greatest listener. Unless it's a potato.
No, I listen to you. What's that last thing you said again?
So, we're a team. We work as a team.
Yeah.
So, if we ask and you don't listen, we tell you. And if we tell you and you don't listen, we bonk you.
He didn't ask. He didn't. The only time that he asked me to bathe was after he dumped a bucket of water on me, and that he didn't ask me, he ordered me to. I'm not in the military. I don't pay my taxes. I mean, I do. He like looks over, he looks back. I'm not in the military, but I am a sovereign citizen of this area, and I know my rights, and my rights are not to be. That's assault. Unwanted physical touch is an assault, mate.
We've known you do not pay your taxes
Stuart
since we
X.
first
Suri.
encountered you.
I have reached my limit. I hope you
have
can
it.
understand my limit is far above Bovidius's horns. So when I'm at my limit, I'm asking you, just turn it down a notch. Just one.
I don't understand what I did wrong in this situation.
I know. Take some time. Think about it. Silently, please.
Angrily grabs a potato out of his sack and he goes over and he's like, he dumped a bucket of water on me. It's really rude. No, I know. He's a total ass. Yeah.
Silently.
No, all of them are agreeing with him. I don't understand. Like, nobody's listening to me. They say I'm listening to them. None of them fucking listen to me. I am being silent.
That is not how that works. Being silent requires your mouth to not be moving. Your
They
mouth
asked me
never
to.
stopping moving has been part of the problem this whole time. You are constantly saying everything that comes into your mind with no sense of filter, decorum, or respect for the people around you.
I'm not talking to you.
That's
I'm talking to Beatrice.
That's part of the complaint. You're talking to an inanimate object as if it were a person in front of all of these people. Do you not see how this
I
is
am?
somewhat problematic?
Okay? You talk to her, and he hands you the potato and then flicks you on the nose.
He is.
Is he tall enough?
He's a human.
He's reaching up though.
Like he can flick you on the nose.
I mean, he does.
And he immediately looks at you and he says, you talk to her then. He's a real conversationalist, and then he walks away. And immediately you hear a tiny voice. Yeah, we were like in the middle of a conversation, and I don't really appreciate you interrupting. I help him work through all of his emotions. And so, like, that was actually really detrimental to all of the
I'm
process
on
that we've
drugs. The damn druid gave me drugs.
He didn't give you drugs. Potatoes are part of a plant. He is a druid. Druids are known to speak to plants.
What?
You can hear
That's
like
just
the,
a rumor from the core.
No, it is not.
seriously though, if you could like just pick me up, that was actually you're really rude. I totally understand with Stu. Like that was you have absolutely no regard for anything other than yourself.
You're sure this isn't drugs?
I'm fairly certain this is not drugs.
We've been through a lot.
I'm so glad we brought him with us.
We've been through so much. This is either drugs or a nervous breakdown, surely.
I mean, I'm not sure how much my opinion is worth, but I don't think you're on drugs.
I sigh heavily, and I will lean down, and I will pick up the potato. And I will look at the potato, and I will say, what is your name?
Beatrice. Like he told you.
I think the Stu
I-
subplot might be the best part of this entire campaign.
It certainly got the most airtime. I am sorry that
Okay,
I
to
did
me,
not understand
say it to
that
him.
you were talking, and for throwing you in my confusion.
I appreciate your apology.
And I'm already handing her back to Stu.
He just kind of gently grabs her and cradles her. Seriously, you should apologize to him.
I'm working on it.
I have eyes. I can see how upset he is.
Stuart,
Yeah.
you could have just told me that you were actually using magic to actually talk to the plants.
I was telling you I was talking to the potatoes, mate. You just kind of got to take my word for it, you know?
You are a person that has been known to be living in the sewers, isolating yourself from all society for the last 20 odd years or more. You do understand how one would assume that you have completely lost your mind.
Oh, you know what they say about assuming, mate. That just makes an ass out of you and me.
Yes, well, that's a different species. But anyhow, thank you. Somebody got it.
Yeah,
See, mine aren't
yeah,
the
I knew
low
a
hanging.
centaur.
Mine aren't the low hanging fruit here. But no.
I don't know why that hand motion was necessary.
Uh, everybody tickles low
Why
hanging
are
fruit.
you fucking with me? We're not going there.
So continuing on, I will apologize for assuming in this way that you had completely lost your mind. What you have lost is at least some degree of social etiquette, but I should have been more patient with you.
Stu,
Please work on your hygiene.
apology accepted.
Apology accepted.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bovidius?
Yes.
Were you just talking to a potato? We'll talk about it later.
Only the videos hears the voice. Actually, he's still talking to a potato.
I'm really not. And I walk away from the potato. I'm on a gesture that Fidget can come and ride on my shoulders for a bit.
I check my little map. I'm like, we've gone 3 miles.
Yes, I would like to get moving and stop talking to the stupid potatoes. He's using magic. He's actually having conversations with these things using druid magic. It is disturbing, it is concerning, but at least it's not literally insane.
Well,
Stu, you could have talked to that tree with the skeleton?
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Oh, yeah. I
So
guess that
since
would
the
have.
potatoes aren't in the ground anymore, is he basically like puppeteering corpses?
yeah, is this necromancy?
Yeah. Is he an evil druid?
Yeah.
I think we should kill Stu. Just to be safe.
Oh.
Whoa, whoa,
Oh, hey,
whoa.
dude, we're not killing the main character of the story. What are we going to do without a protagonist?
About a protagonist. I guess we can be the antagonists.
That's true.
Protagonist.
This conversation is happening in the cart as we're continuing on, right?
Yeah,
I love
I am
how you
officially
just-
Deadpool.
Nonchalantly starting like a conversation about murdering Stu whilst he is riding in the cart with you.
This is what he's dripping us to. I mean,
And as to the tree comment, he does say, I did mention that I am a druid. None of you just you didn't believe me.
You're
It's not
free
my
to
fault.
you're free to help whenever you want.
I did not believe you.
I
That was my
also,
mistake.
yes, I also did not believe you.
Why should I help you if you don't even believe me?
Well, I for one am disappointed in everyone. And then I quickly look at Bovidius and I'm like, just play it.
Yes, indeed. I believe
this is our
everyone
friend.
was. I believe everyone was following my lead in assuming that you were crazy, and for that I suppose maybe I should apologize a second time. But no, the first apology was quite comprehensive, and I think I got all of it.
Stu, just take the W.
Honestly, we recognize, or at least, assuming you didn't drug me, I recognize that you do in fact have druidic magic at your disposal, and I will vouch for that until I can prove it was drugs.
Yeah, I'm just here for the giant potato farm, so I didn't realize that I actually had to help. But now that that's been made clear, I will help in the future if I can. Yeah.
Generally speaking, you can easily assume that if something is on the verge of killing us, it will likely kill you too. So, helping us helps yourself in that regard.
Well, nah, because if it's in the process of killing you, then I can just kind of turn into a bird and just.
And leave all your potatoes behind?
I got a little. I got a bag of. I can turn into like a bigger bird, like maybe a dog, and I can like carry it in my mouth. I'm not gonna leave my potatoes behind. They're all my friends.
Well, imagine how we feel.
But that's the whole argument I'm making, mate. If you guys don't believe me and you think I'm crazy, that doesn't mean you're my friends.
We haven't done much to earn our friendship.
And same with you.
We offered to have you along to give you a little protection and get you away from danger. We've done a pretty good job of protecting you so far.
At the very least, everybody but me you should have felt was being friendly. I was making no effort to be friendly. I was trying to be civil, but not very well.
Yeah, why
You did.
do you think they agreed to let you come along? It's because they trust me. It was my idea.
I don't know. I overheard maybe something about throwing me.
You got to use what you can.
Well, it could have been like a fastball special where it's like they
Yeah.
throw you, and then being a
And
druid,
you can turn into a
can
bird.
change
So what difference does it make?
turn into a bird or a bear and squish whatever you're being
Or some
thrown
type
at.
of some type of feral Wolverine.
Yeah, hashtag Baldur's Gate 3.
No consideration was put into my consent as whether or not I feel like being thrown. Hey,
Well-
no.
We needed to flesh out the strategy before we could, bring it to your attention as a viable combat option.
Oh, when were you gonna bring this up during combat?
Probably.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I was aiming for while you were in the air.
Can we just bury?
That's why I don't help you.
All right. Well, you're not
Right
helping. You're not helping any of us because Bovidius has got a problem with you. That's not fair.
Oh, he's being a dick.
Yeah, I know.
I
you're treating all
was
of us
being
like
a dick.
dicks.
I'm attempting to turn over a new horn.
With your dick.
I'm not going to fuck you.
No, that's not what I'm saying, mate. I'm just saying you're being a dick. So you're not doing. You just kind
Sorry,
of
I heard with your
fucking it up.
dick. Like what?
Stu, let us end this conversation. Forgive my friend's lack of tact. They lack the subtleties of other civilized folk like ourselves. So please do not take offense. We offered you safe passage and asked nothing in return for you and your companions, and we will continue to do so. Let us be on our way.
You see, that guy I want to be friends with.
Go ahead.
And it's okay. He might be tall, but I don't mind being the bigger man.
Well met. Let us toast to our new friendship, and I'll pour out my wineskin.
And he holds Beatrice in his hand and then bites a chunk out of her like she's an apple. You hear?
Do I still have
you
the
hear-
spell on?
Yes.
All right, I'll take a swig of the wineskin and pass it to my companions.
Yeah, I take a swig. Anything to dull the feeling that I have right now.
What the fuck does Beatrice say? Does she just scream?
He just screamed.
I turn to Stu and I'm like, after all that talk about the rights of the potatoes and you just eat her alive?
Well, yeah, I've explained to all of them that they're probably going to get eaten at some point, but I talked to all of them, so
Wait.
And you inflicted the screams on me intentionally. Because you
Hey,
were.
Bovidius.
This
maybe
whole
you wanna
thing
scout
started-
ahead.
This
Oh,
whole thing
that's why.
started as an excuse for you to make me listen to you eat a potato alive. From
Hey,
its
Bovidius.
perspective.
No, I just took
Hey,
a bite
oh,
of one
hey, oh,
potato.
oh, why don't you scout ahead?
I think I'd like to do that.
Great
Grab some
idea.
wine.
Love it.
Walk ahead.
I mean, you can speak with plants, so no matter which potato he takes a bite out of, you're gonna hear it. Actually, as you're walking through the forest, you can kind of hear the voices of the trees going, "Oh, who's that? We haven't heard somebody here in a while. Oh my gosh, that's not. Oh, that's so interesting. Oh my gosh, I've never seen
I
this
thought they were all gonna be like, we're so disappointed
I
in you.
start running. I'm like, gotta get away from the voices. It's drugs. It's not magic. It's drugs.
Phineas just takes off into the forest, just hoofing it, if you will. That is where we're going to end this session.
You'll find me 2 miles down the road in the fetal position. Just wine spilled all the way down the front of my fucking armor.
Here's the crazy one now, mate.
Still
Never.
Stu.
Never again.
I have to be nice to you guys.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's
We
great.
can just forget about it. This is fine.
No,
I'm fine with this.
I didn't forget about it.
You
No, but
100%
chat-
don't have to be nice to me.
Chat
You
will
are
never
cool.
forget.
You are cool. You are cool. You are cool. You are cool. And you are cool. Awesome.
You're cool,
Peace.
you're cool, you're cool. Fuck
Nope.
you. You're cool, fuck you. I'm out.
You
What do you think, JT? Was that sufficient?
Probably not. Although if he's not here to answer, I might get away with it.
Does this
No,
mean
praise me.
sometime we can have roasted potatoes with stew? That would be awesome.
Now, is that we're going to be eating roasted potatoes and Stu's going to be eating with us? Or is that going to be roasted potatoes and stew?
Oh,
In a
we
stew.
could make a stew out
Oh.
of stew.
Well said.
Ooh, a stew.
Yeah, I'm not
Death
down with
by
cannibalism.
stew.
It's not
Oh,
cannibalism for me because he's a
you are-
human and I'm a gnome. It's fine.
Homicidal murder hobos, and yep.
I literally don't remember the last time we murdered somebody. Executed? Yes.
You murdered 3 trolls
That was in self-defense.
and
Yeah.
consistently joke about murdering the innocent druid who's just kind of traveling with you guys.
Who is
Hey,
eating potatoes
How innocent can a
alive.
tax evader be?
Yeah, okay.
How else do you put them?
And not only that, he's eating them alive and he's telling the others, basically, you're next.
Yeah, like that's
And
He's kind of a psychopath.
that's
honestly.
actually
legally
terrorism.
speaking,
That is terrorism.
He's supposed to eat them.
Yeah, but like, imagine
He
you
doesn't
were
skin them,
granted
he doesn't
sentience, and the
boil
first
them.
thing God does is tell you He's going to eat your friends, and then you. That's stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the entire idea of bringing sentience to these potatoes has created quite the ethical quandary.
Yeah, next we're just going to see.
He talks to them and thanks them for their sacrifice. I've said that many times. That
actually,
is canon.
Yeah, but
very good.
now that I
You
think
know
about
what?
it,
He should deify Stu. He
I
should
just
believe-
show
I
Clarence
believe-
his power.
the punishment for potato side is death. So
No.
we
Death
would
by
actually
fastball
be
special?
abiding by the law.
We're just going to see Stu slowly slip further and further into insanity. And he's just going to be sitting in the back of the car with a creepy smile on his face and a potato peeler as he slowly peels the skin off a potato.
Are we a villain origin
dark.
story?
Actually, you know what? When he bit into Beatrice, you saw a little look of relief on his face because that was the first time in a while he didn't hear one scream.
I'm just picturing Stu now with like the potato shavings on his face,
Mm.
like in Hannibal Lecter.
Was it? What,
It
was
puts
it
the
relief
butter
or,
on its skin.
Was it relief or disappointment?
All right, before we get demonetized.
Because I have children. Don't please keep sponsoring them.
Oh, it's chives. Shut up. Uh, okay, so liking you guys and stuff and things, and it's great, and I'm not awkward at all, and I totally have not run out of nice things to say, you guys, because I keep getting picked on for the party appreciation.
That is true.
Well,
Ben, I like your hair.
Nice. Thanks.
No, like I've already said everything that I really truly appreciate you about you guys. It's like, you all like work together really well. You RP is like a really cohesive unit. You guys seem genuinely interested in the story. You guys got like genuinely upset when I just gave you this sad little ethereal cat and you had to bury its master. And like you guys, set time aside for that stupid little side quest thing that I just so happened to insert into today. And like you give this story the respect and the consideration that it deserves. And yeah, I will always appreciate that as your DM.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that works for me.
works for me.
Acceptable.
Acceptable. Mediocre.
We're
B
judging
minus
you.
C plus. You're doing okay.
I feel adequately loved.
Yeah.
Worth writing down for next time. Both the DM and the party. The party has a boon still, and the DM has a point of luck still, carrying over to next week.
Nice.
Hi.
And I still have a point of luck,
Yes,
I
you
believe. Yeah. Nice. So next week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sweet.
Oh, we're playing next week too?
I
Yes,
believe so.
Back to backs? Okay.
because we missed
Mhm.
last
Yeah,
week.
that was actually gonna.
This was last
Yeah,
week
that was actually-
rescheduled.
That's cool.
Yes.
That's cool.
So, thank you everybody for tuning in and watching episode 22 of Melody of the Maelstrom. Be sure to check out D&D Beyond, FX May Vary, check out our merch page, and our Patreon. Mama Bear, shout out to you. We love you. We appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing. If you like what you see, share and subscribe and all that other stuff that you can do via Twitch. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's it.
Anybody playing a show soon that they want to plug?
Nope. We're working on a new album, so that's our focus right now.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Effects may
Okay.
vary. We're going to be in action next in Newmarket on St. Patrick's Day. Check it out.
Okay.
Awesome.
And I think with that, we're bid you all of you a good night and a good week, and we will see you next time.
I need my hands to end the stream.
Have you ever fought a dragon? Strong as